Utah is known for its growing retiree population because the state offers a unique blend of natural beauty and urban amenities. It's an attractive destination for retirees in addition to its tax laws. Utah, often called the Beehive State, is known also for its stunning landscapes, outdoor recreational opportunities, and diverse cultural attractions. That said, its tax laws have garnered significant attention due to them being tax-friendly towards retirees. With tax credits, deductions, and other considerations, Utah has turned itself into a prime example of what a state should do to take care of its retiree population. This is Income Intelligentsia, new life advice for practical and financial goals. Today, we want to talk about Utah's tax laws, how it fares for retirees, and other important considerations you should know about when retiring in Utah. So let's get to it. Before we talk about anything specific involving tax laws and benefits, it's important to understand the broad tax landscape in the state. Utah's tax system is generally known as a moderate and favorable tax system compared to other states. It generates revenue through different kinds of taxes, primarily focusing on income and sales taxes. Taking a closer look into these taxes lets you see their implications for retirees. In terms of income tax, Utah has a progressive income tax system. That means it has a tiered rate structure. Because of that, your tax rate goes up the more you end up making. As of 2022, the state had an individual income tax rate of 4.95% on income over $10,150 and $20,300 for joint filers. Utah's income tax applies to a variety of sources of income. This includes wages, self-employment income, and retirement income. One thing to keep in mind, however, is that there are significant exemptions that are advantageous to retirees. Sales tax. Utah's sales tax rate is generally around 4.85%. There are certain differences between local jurisdictions, however, as they're allowed to impose additional sales taxes. This makes expenses and tax rates in other areas higher compared to others. But that does exclude groceries, prescription medications, and other necessities. That said, we now go on to tax benefits for retirees. Adding on to this, Utah provides sales tax exemptions on various items that can be particularly beneficial to retirees. Additionally, Utah exempts the first $1,000 of the sales price of a motor vehicle purchased by a retiree aged 65 or older. These benefits include exemptions, deductions, and credits designed to ease the financial burden during retirement years. That said, we'll talk about Social Security benefits for retirees. One of the biggest tax benefits for retirees in Utah is the absence of state income tax for Social Security benefits. Since Utah follows the federal guidelines, Social Security benefits are not subject to state income tax. This results in significant savings for retirees who rely on this sort of income, as this functions as a primary or supplemental source of funds. Aside from Social Security, there's also the matter of military retirement income. Utah is a prime destination for military retirees, with their favorable treatment as military retirement pay is also exempt from state income tax. This ensures that veterans have a more financially friendly stay in Utah when they decide to settle down in their post-service years. These exemptions even extend to public and private pensions. Utah provides retirees a tax credit for these matters, and as a result, the tax credit ends up being a substantial benefit for retirees. This credit goes for up to $450 for individual and $900 for joint filers against their Utah state income tax liability. This effectively reduces the tax burden on retirees who receive pension from multiple different sources. One other important tax relief is the Senior Property Tax Relief Program. One of the most significant expenses for retirees are property taxes. This is especially important for those living on fixed incomes. Because of this, retirees heavily benefit from Utah's Property Tax Relief Program. The program is called the Circuit Breaker Program, and it provides property tax relief to low-income retirees. This allows them to enjoy their retirement without having property taxes affecting their financial well-being too much. Another program for property taxes is the Homestead Exemption program. Utah offers a homestead exemption for property tax purposes. This allows retirees to save up money on a portion of the assessed value of the primary residence. This is done by deducing the assessed value of their property, potentially reducing property taxes for homeowners, including retirees. However, it is different from county to county, so it's important to check with the local tax assessor's office to verify. For programs specific to Utah, they offer a program for retirees called the Utah Retirement Systems Benefits, or URS. If you're a retiree that's a member of the URS, there are specific tax considerations that you can take advantage of. The URS provides many benefits to public employees in the state. This includes offsetting your income tax liability with tax credits despite your income being subject to state income tax. And lastly, retirees can also benefit from Utah's tax laws if they are charitably inclined. If you've made charitable contributions, Utah allows a state tax credit for those donated to qualifying charitable organizations. This allows retirees who are naturally charitable to support their favorite causes while also reducing their state income tax liability. This also provides incentive towards those who aren't naturally charitable but would be financially inclined to do so. While Utah offers several tax benefits and considerations for retirees, it's important to be knowledgeable of other factors that could affect your overall tax situation. Here are some additional tax considerations that retirees should keep in mind. In retirement, one of the primary expenses is healthcare, and they tend to increase with age. As a result, these impact your financial situation significantly. Utah does not tax prescription medications. However, it's still crucial to plan for potential expenses and explore options that are normally required with retirement. Things like your health savings accounts or HSAs or Medicare can greatly affect how you're able to spend for your medical expenses. Apart from that, income from your retirement accounts are also important considerations to think of. Consider converting traditional IRAs or 401k accounts to Roth IRAs. Given that these would be subject to federal income tax, it could still provide you tax advantages when you look at it in the long run. Roth withdrawals are generally tax-free, letting you have another source of income that isn't subject to income tax. These tax advantages add up over time, and having multiple streams of income that are largely intact helps out. As for estate and inheritance taxes, retirees can also rest easy as the state of Utah does not impose estate or inheritance taxes. This is a boon as effective tax planning is essential for retirees. This often includes understanding your sources of income, whether it's retirement income from pensions, your social security benefits, or just your investments. Having all these exemptions allows you to save up a lot of money, and not to mention further tax reduction from tax credits available. And as we mentioned earlier, financial considerations do not end with taxes, as there are other factors to consider. The cost of living, access to healthcare services, the overall quality of life, and proximity to locations that are important to having a well-managed retirement is optimal to a healthy retirement. In conclusion, Utah's tax environment is healthy and generally favorable towards retirees. With exemptions in estate and inheritance taxes, retirement income taxes, and some exemptions in sales tax, retirees are afforded a financially comfortable lifestyle provided ample planning is involved. It's certainly an appealing choice for a post-work environment, which is perfect for retirees looking to reduce their overall taxes. Whether you're drawn to Utah for its landscapes, communities, culture, or arts, it's optimal that you understand how much you'll be spending and if it's the right call for your financial well-being. If you enjoyed this video and found this helpful, please hit the like and subscribe button. We'd like to be able to grow alongside you and welcome to have you in our next video. Stay mentally healthy and let's get financially fit together.